Do we have equals method in the string class? We have the equals. When the stringo class having the equals method, it will call the stringo class equals or it will call object class equals? Stringo class equals method it will call. Can I say string is overriding the equals method? Stringo class don't want to compare the address. Stringo class want to compare the content. So stringo class is overriding the equals method. Whenever you call equals method with the SBI Bank does not have equals. RBI Bank does not have equals. Directly object class equals method called. But string is a child, object is a parent. Child don't want to execute the parent implementation. Parent equals always will compare address. I don't want to compare address. Stringo class want to compare content of the object. They are overriding the equals method. Whenever you call s1 dot equal, stringo class equals method executed. Stringo class equals method always will compare content of the object. String class equals method will compare address of the object. Can I say it is a overriding? Yes. Here also we have equals method. Here we have equals method. Here we have equals method. Here it will compare address. Here it will compare content. Why string is overriding equals? Why string is overriding?
It is having
Why string is overriding equals? Stringo don't want to execute the parent method. Stringo don't like the parent. Arey why? Parent method will compare address. I don't want to compare address. I want to compare content. When I don't like my parent method implementation, what I will do? I will override. So this is one of the best example for overriding. Stringo class is overriding equals method. Object class having the equals. String also having the equals. Stringo equals will compare content. Object equals will compare address. So what is overriding? When we don't want to execute parent method, then you will override that method in the child class. Why to go for overriding? I want to execute my own logic, not my parent logic. I want to execute my own logic, not my parent logic. That's why I'm going for overriding. Now you understand the concept. Why we are getting false to true as output? Now why here we are getting false? It is checking the address. In the both scenarios I am calling equals only. In both scenarios I am checking equals only. How compiler will understand I am calling my equals or object class equals? Compiler don't know. Who will decide that? Runtime. JVM will decide that when to call the child class method, when to call the parent class method. JVM will decide in the runtime. That's why it is called as runtime polymorphism. Method overriding is the example for runtime polymorphism. Are you clear? All the doubts clarified? So, good. Overloading and overriding. Damn sure interview question for freshers. What is overloading? What is overriding? When to go for overloading? When to go for overriding? If anybody asks you, what is overriding? Can you explain this example? String class. Is it following overriding? Yes. Stringo class having overloaded methods and overridden methods also. Can I call substring as a overloading method? Yes. See here. Go to the string class. Check the substring method. See, hash code also they are overriding. Stringo class is having hash code. Stringo class having hash code. Object class also having the hash code. What is that meaning? Overriding. Whatever the methods available in the object class, same methods available in the string class also. Some of the methods. String is overriding. Now, can I write one more example? Can I write one more thing here? Yeah. I'm going to write system.out.println b1.toString. What I'm writing? b1.toString. Here I'm going to write system.out.println s1.toString. Okay. What is the method I am calling? What is the method I am calling? ToString. b1.toString. What it will do? Come on, man. What it will do? When I call b1.toString, first it will check in the SBI. In the SBI, do I have the toString? Do I have toString in the SBI? No. Then what it will do? Parent. Does it have toString? No. Then what it will do? Object. Do we have toString in the object class? Check it. Check it. Do we have toString method in the object? Yes, it is available. Okay. Execute this program. Check the output. What is this? No, not a hash code. ToString method output. It is the output of the ToString method. When I call b1.toString, I got this output. When I call s1.toString, I am getting this output. Why? ToString method is giving some output in the object class. Stringo class ToString method will print content of the object. Getting my point? So Stringo class don't like its parent implementation. That's why they are overriding the method. Hash code method, equals method, ToString method, all the methods are overridden in the Stringo class. So here in our example, RBI Bank is having a home loan interest. SBI Bank also having a home loan interest. Why? Overriding. I don't want to go for parent implementation. I want to write my own implementation. That's why I'm going for overriding. Are you clear? Yes. Look at this code once. Class RBI Bank. Okay? Boolean check eligibility. Get home loan double value. Get personal loan double value. Check eligibility double home loan double personal loan. Now SBI Bank is extending from RBI Bank. I am overriding. Here I can say I am overriding parent method to give my own rate of interest. To give my own rate. I don't like that because it is a loss for me. I don't like that. That's why I am overriding. So when I call check eligibility, which method will be called? Parent method. Here which method will be called? Child method will be called because overriding. Now when I call, what is the code is available in this 36 line number? 36 line number. SBI Bank is equal to new SBI Bank dot apply home loan. What I am doing? I am creating the object. I am calling the method. Why I am creating the object to call the method? It is an instance method. To call the instance method, object is required. To call the instance method, object is required. When I call this method, what will happen? Logic will execute. What is the logic in this method? I am calling check eligibility. Is that method one? This is instance method. This also instance method. So parent class method we can call directly in the child class. When I call check eligibility, first it will check in the SBI. Do you have this method in the child? Check eligibility method. Where I am calling, man? Apply home loan is a child class method or parent class method? Child class method. Apply home loan is a child class method. Inside the apply home loan, I am calling check eligibility method. Check eligibility is available in the child class, not available in the child class, not available. But it will check in the child class. If it is available, it will call, but not available. Then what will happen? Check in the parent. Do we have that method in the parent? Yes, it is available in the parent. It is going to call parent class method. It will call the parent class method. What it is returning? Boolean. Can I store that Boolean value into a variable? This is my parent method. Parent method returning a Boolean value. It is storing into a variable. Boolean means true or false. If it is true, I will execute this logic. If it is false, I will return this value. Parent method returning Boolean. My method returning string. So if it is true, I am getting the home loan rate of interest. Home loan rate of interest, my method is calling, or parent method is calling. Get home loan, my method is calling, or parent method is calling? My method, child method is calling. Why child method is calling? Overriding. I am getting the rate of interest. I am storing into a variable. I am returning the variable. So I am calling the method here. Now, let me run the program with the debug. You will get more clarity. Okay? Let me go for debug. Debug as Java application. Program execution will start from where? Program execution always will start from the main method. Main method is the entry point for execution. Main method is entry point for execution. Inside the main method, what is the first line? Object creation. What is the meaning of object creation? Object creation nothing but allocating the memory. Object is created for parent class or for child class? Object is created for child class. Now go to next line. What I am doing in the next line? Come on, man. I am calling the method bank dot apply home loan. What is a bank? Bank is a variable holding which class object? SBI class object. It is a child class object. So it will check for this method in the child class. Do we have that method in the child class? Yes or no? Then directly it is going to child class method. What I am doing in the child class? I am calling another method. What is that method? Check eligibility. Where it will check? In the first where it will check? When you call a method, first it will check current class. So check eligibility method available in the current class or not available in the current class?
Not
Available. Then what will happen? Check in the parent. Do we have that in the parent? Yes. What that parent method is doing? Checking the verification, doing the verification, and what it is doing finally?
True.
Returning the Boolean value. True or false? If documents are correct, return true. If documents are incorrect, return false value. What it is doing now? It is returning true. Boolean. To whom? Who is calling that method? Child class is calling the parent method. Can I say reusability? Child is not rewriting. Child is just calling. There is a reusability. That method returned true. I am storing the true into a variable. What is the value in the status? True. If it is true, what will happen? Loan is approved. If it is false, loan is denied. Now, if the status is true, condition satisfied, it will go inside. What I am doing inside that? I am calling the method again. What method I am calling? Get home loan rate of interest. When I call this method, where it will check?
Current class.
Do we have that method in the child? Yes, it is there in the child. It is there in the parent also. But which one will be called? Child. Why? Overriding. I don't want to execute my parent method. Parent is giving 10%. I want to go for 12%. So it will execute only child method. Now go inside that method. What that method is returning? Double value. It is returning a double value. That double value I am storing into one variable. Then finally I am preparing one message. What I am doing in this message? I am just returning the message. Who called this method? Main method. Who is calling this method? Main method. What that method is returning? String value. So main method will get that string value. What is that string? Loan is approved with the rate of interest. What my main method doing with the string value? Printing on the console. Just it is printing on the console. Understood how it is executing? Good. Now, in this scenario, why we are getting false here? In this scenario, why we are getting false here? And why we are getting true here?
False we are getting because it is checking the address
Here
of
it is false. Here it is true. Why? Object class equals method will compare address of the object. String class equals method will compare content of the object. That is also an interview question. What is the difference between object class equals method and string class equals method? Are you clear? Yes. Guys, see, we are able to write 35 lines of code. Is it difficult? Difficult or easy?
no, it's easy.
The day when we started first, we don't know how to write a 5 lines of code also. But today we are able to write 35 lines of code. So there is a improvement. There is a improvement. Slowly it should become 50, it should become 100, 200, 500, 1000. You should be able to write like that. Huh? क्या सर? Come on. Object class equals method will compare.
Address.
Address
Object
of
class
the
equals
object.
method will compare address of the objects. Whereas string class equals method.
Will compare
String class equals method will compare content of the
content of the object.
content of the objects. So note, string class is overriding. String class overriding equals method. Equals method is available in the object class also, as well as in the equals method available in the string also. Object class equals method will compare address. String class equals method will compare content. That means string is doing overriding. So you can understand overloading, overriding in the string. Substring method is a overloaded method. Equals method is a overridden method. Same class, two methods with the same name, different parameters. Overloading. Same method in the parent class and in the child class. It is called overriding. Are you clear with this one? Any questions? Okay. Perfect, guys. Object class equals method will compare address of the objects, whereas string class equals method will compare content of the object. And toString also same, equals also same, hash code also same. String is overriding object class methods because string want to execute its own logic, not the parent logic. That's why it is doing overriding. Clear? Good. So with this we completed polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. What is encapsulation? combining the variables and methods as a single unit. Combining variables and methods as a single unit is called as encapsulation. Class is the example for encapsulation. Private variables, public methods, setter methods, getter methods we are going to write. We want to achieve the security and we want to achieve reusability. To achieve the security, variables I am declaring as a private, methods I am writing as a public. Next one. After encapsulation, we discussed about inheritance. What is the meaning of inheritance? Come on. Extending the properties from one class to another class is called inheritance. What is the main aim of the inheritance? Code reusability is the main aim of the inheritance. There are several types of inheritances. Single level, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple. Java does not support for multiple. Why Java does not support for multiple? Ambiguity, confusion. If one child having two parents, always it is a confusion. First parent method should be called or second parent method should be called. It is a ambiguity. That's why Java does not support for multiple inheritance. Can one parent have multiple childs? Yes, that is called hierarchical. What is a single level? If one class having only one parent, that is single level. What is a multi-level? Child, parent, grandparent will be available. Object class is the default superclass for all the classes in the Java. So, child class objects can access child class methods. It's a direct parent, it's an indirect parent. Object may be direct parent for your class or indirect parent for your class. Now, when the object will become a direct parent, when the object will become a indirect parent, when the object will become direct parent, when the object will become indirect parent, come on. When the class does not have a parent, then object will become direct. When our class having a parent, object will become indirect. Can you see public class string extends object? What is the meaning of that? String class extends object. What is the meaning of that? Stringo class is acting as a child for the object. That means Stringo class is extending the properties from the object class. Let's go for system class. Can you go for system class? What is this? Extends object. Can you go for process builder? Same. Can you go for math? What is the meaning? Every class is acting as a child for the object. Object is a default parent for all the Java classes. Either your class or predefined class for any Java class. Whether it is our user-defined class or whether it is a predefined class, object class will become super by default parent. Whatever the methods available in the object, directly we can call. In the inheritance, child class always can access parent method, parent properties. But parent cannot access child method. Child method means child class can access its own properties and it can access parent properties also. The main aim of the inheritance is code reusability. Okay. After that we discussed about polymorphism. What is a polymorphism? If one object is exhibiting multiple behaviors based on the situation, then it is called polymorphism. Polymorphism divided into two types: static polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism. Method overloading is example for static polymorphism. Method overriding is example for dynamic polymorphism. What is overloading? What is overloading? Writing the same method with different parameters with the same name in the same class is called overloading. What is the advantage of overloading? code readability. Two methods are doing the same operation. That's why I'm giving the same name. Readability is the main advantage of the overloading. Next, what is overriding? Writing the same method in the parent class and in the child class is called overriding. Why to go for overriding? When we don't want our parent method implementation, we will override with our own logic. That is called overriding. When you go for overriding, object will decide in the runtime which method to call. That's why it is called runtime polymorphism. When you go for overloading, object will decide which method to call at the compile time. That's why it is called compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism. Now, can you tell me in the predefined classes, which class have both overloaded methods and overriding methods? String class. In the string class, which method is the overloaded method? Substring. How can you say it is overloaded? Substring can take one parameter and it can take two parameters. Same method with different parameters in the same class. That is called overloading. What is the example for overriding in the string? Equals method, toString method, hash code method. What is the difference between object class equals method, string class equals method? Object class equals method will compare content of the objects. Object class equals will compare address of the object. String class equals will compare content of the object. That is the best example for overloading and overriding. Clear? Easy? Difficult? Easy. Good. Yeah. Look at this program. Demo class. I have given in the notes also, but just see that. Almost done. There is one simple concept available, that is abstraction.